Need 2.
Is the mixer important to you? Does it matter?
Depends.
Because you were just saying, you mentioned out there any type, you got any kind of mixer in that first. I mean, does that stuff?
Mixers? Okay, well,
no, but the console.
Okay, so the console. We have to understand under what context you're talking about. For instance, there's 2 types of consoles. There's digital, there's analog, and then on top of that, there's Ethernet controllers, which is like what I was talking about outside, which is a Control 24. It's a big mouse. It doesn't do anything. There's no components, no tubes. There's a little teeny 8-track mixer, which I actually use. And the pre's on that are actually pretty good. They're all Focusrite pre's. But regardless, that thing's just sort of a big Ethernet controller, Doesn't do MIDI controller. It doesn't do too much.
Right.
Just instead of using the mouse, you can press the buttons.
Right.
You want to talk about an SSL, a Neve desk,
Yeah, well, that's a
different story. When we're talking about recording on Drake's, the front end of my recording rig, no matter what, I'm using a Neve 1073 mic pre, so that's coming right out of a Neve desk, whether it be an 81 or a 73 or whatever it is. I'm pulling it out of a Neve desk, so that component is still there on an analog side, and the beginning of Drake's chain. And whether it's a C800G microphone or it's a U87 or 67 or 47, it's there's that component on as far as his mic pre is concerned, and even possibly his compressor, whether it be a LA2 or whatever we decide to go with that day.
What's your vibe on his? What's your favorite mic with his voice?
I just use an 87. It's easy, man. It's everywhere. It's clean. It's consistent. There's nothing wrong with it. If I want a little more clarity in top end, I'll go to a C800G, and I'll go there when he's singing. For instance, Marvin's Room was a C800. But for majority of the time when he's rapping, I put him on a U87 or a 67 or a 47 if it's there. But sometimes you don't even want to go there if it's a really old mic or this or that, or even introduce that into a potential issue. You just keep it nice and simple. Give me an 87, give me a 1073, give me an LA2A. And if it's an old LA2A, tell me, because if it starts crackling, I want to know that I can isolate that issue immediately.
So my thing when I've been in studios has been everyone's always fallen to the ribbon as the ultimate voice mic.
Yeah, for sure. But it depends what your application is always.
Sure.
It always depends on your application. So it's it's nice to go there, but this is rap too, man. People are yelling in the microphone at close proximity, and you're talking about the guys who cup their microphones on stage, and you have to explain to them why that eliminates their bottom end and actually doesn't help you but makes it worse, So you want to be prepared to sort of handle any dynamics they throw at you. So sticking a ribbon mic out there at times could be very dangerous.
Picks up too much.
You're recording Celine Dion, Mariah Carey. Sure, we can talk about other things. Someone who's going to work a microphone in such high regard and treats their craft that way. Not to say that Drake doesn't. He's actually, as far as rappers are concerned, along the lines of Jay-Z and how seriously he takes his craft and how professional he is with those type of things. But regardless, I'm just speaking of in general of a rapper on a ribbon microphone. I don't know, not always. Alrighty.
Can we kill that, do you think, just for a bit?
Yep. It's like working on a car down here. Here's my light. I know I got one down here somewhere. There she is. Put these little blue lights down here too, see these?
Disco.
Yeah, little USB lights, they're sick LEDs. Okay, friend. There you are. Peace up.
So did you have any idea that first mixtape what it would be? When you guys were working on it? What was your vibe on that?
Yes and no. Like, for instance, the days leading up to us putting it out, we were getting like thousands and thousands of comments on our blog, you know. That's crazy. Now our blog gets like 50 comments on something. I'm talking thousands, and 2,000-3,000 comments. Even on the biggest blogs, that's a lot right now, you know? So it was pretty evident that people were waiting for it. And that put a lot of pressure on us. But I definitely didn't know it was going to be as successful as it was. I knew there was a demand for it. You know? And I always knew Drake was special. I told people that Drake was the best rapper on the planet for a long time. You know? I was like, he's better than everybody. God bless Jay, but Drake's better than him too. Drake's the best, you know? He can perform better than them. He can rap better than them. He can write. He's intelligent, you know? Sort of plays all the little parts very, very well. So I knew he was going to be successful. There's no doubt in my mind about that. But I didn't know So Far Gone was going to be received so well. I thought people were going to think it was way more weird and slow and like tripped out and like depressing. That's like, well, obviously was like my main concern. So for people to turn around and be like, oh, it's unbelievable. It was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Wicked. And then we still had Best I Ever Had on there, which was just like a, you know, a silly smash. So I kept all the haters quiet. It's funny what a hit will do for you, you know. So it's like.
What do you mean it's funny what a hate will do for you?